Hello guys, welcome back. So now here in this session, generally we are in terms of payment, but again, since there was a reminder message from you guys about OB24, right? So OB24 is related to what, guys? Related to the field control, right? Field control of what? Vendor master. Now, so everyone knows that how the fields are getting controlled, guys. So everyone says account group. Actually, guys, everybody will say account group, right? But even certain other controls are there. And what are those, guys? So I think in the previous session I have explained, and very little part was remaining, I think. So I said, like, let's suppose AM33. Okay. So two company codes are there. One is Tata Motor and second one is Tata Steel. And let's suppose Tata Chemical. So there is a field called terms of payment. Tata Motor says, I need this as a required, right? Tata Steel says, I need this as an option, right? And Tata Chemical also said that, okay, this is option, right? Any such kind of field, guys, any XYZ, let's suppose any field, right? This says like optional Tata Motor, this says required, and this says display or suppressed, right? So what is the challenge, guys? The challenge is because if there is a single vendor that is being used by Tata Motor also, Tata Steel also, and Tata Chemical also. So if we are going to apply a control at account group level, then what is happening, guys? Then those setting, those control is going to appear for all company code, right? So company code wise, we are having control, guys. We can have a control, and I think this is already explained in the previous session. One part was remaining that I'll explain. So company code wise, generally what is happening, guys? If you have to have any control, then we can use this OB24. Okay, use OB24, and here I think it is gone. Is it there? It's not there. So here what is happening, guys? Company code wise we can have like TM33, right? Likewise you can TS33, TC33, whatever the company codes are there. At that level we can have the control. So here if you double click, then look at here, whatever the required fields are there, sort key or like reconciliation account, or else like here terms of payment also will be there, right? So these fields are going to be controlled, and I think this is already explained and this is already recorded in the previous session also. The topic name is vendor master field control. What was remaining, guys? I think remaining was that so the remaining what was remaining, that is like called OB23. I think this is also covered. I don't know whether it is covered or not. So OB23. So here control is company code wise, and here transaction code wise. Transaction code wise, if there is a requirement, okay. Say for example, the same field, terms of payment, right? So terms of payment, let's suppose for a particular company code, Not only not at company code level, guys. This is at client level. If the client says that during creation, the terms of payment supposed to be a required entry, but at the time of modification, at the time of change, so now this scenario is going to be changed. It will be like this. Let's suppose, okay. So now here, terms of payment during.
You so in OB24 you supposed to create two company and you have to show us the practical how we can control.
Is it not covered practically, guys? I think it is shown practically,
No,
right?
sir. You have explained to us, but when the survey you have tried to do, it was slow, so we couldn't process further.
Okay. So I'll just do one thing. Then I think I'll have to do all the setup, guys. It is like, then just do one thing. Slash n x02. I'll check quickly. So even it can be done by you people also, but anyway, I'll just do it. Let's suppose TS33 data stage. So let me set up, guys, because if it is there, then later, if I have to cover any topic where like two company codes are required, then it will be. Okay, now here, just do one thing, guys. Go to OPY6 and we'll check TM33. Whatever assignment is there, the same. TM33, T0, TM00. So just go to, okay, just come back. Double click on this Tata Steel and here the company code, sorry, chart of account TM33. Just tell here T0, TM00. Just save it. So basic setting. Now only FBN1 is required. Interval. And then what, guys? Then we require other thing, that is tolerance OBA4. OBA0. Okay. Now go to x00 and here spends and make it TS33 guys, right? Because same chart of account is there, but still company code segment must be extended, and this is already explained in the previous session. Only chart of account segment is available for Tata Steel. So now this company code segment I am copying from Tata Steel to Tata Motor to Tata Steel, and I need this account payable also. Okay, now just go to FB50. We'll post the transactions to check our all basic settings are correct or not. Change the company code first. We'll make it TS33. An entry is required. Somebody made this header and text field as a required entry, right? So I just gave it. This control is there at document type level that you guys know very well. Now guys, we'll have to go for account payable, right? So there is a vendor, say for example. Now, so what I said, now let's suppose you go to OP. There is a vendor account group we have created TM33. It's okay. So now let's suppose, so the same account group, guys, one account group, let's suppose got created. So same account group is going to be used, even other company code. This is a client level setting, guys. So whichever company codes are there, they're going to use the same account, right? Now you go to XK01, account group TM33. So the requirement is, let's suppose, terms of payment should be a required entry and optional entry. For Tata Motor, it is required entry. For Tata Steel, it is optional, right? So at account group level, if we are going to make, then what is happening? It is applicable to all company code. And I think, guys, practically I have shown this, but still, guys, you just, so right now, if you come back here, let's suppose year 2000, this terms of payment, right now it is required entry, guys. Required entry means where we have given the control. The control, I think it is there at account group level or which level? Let me check. So go to the E3 here and make it like TS33. No, not TS33, guys. TM33 itself. Company code data here. So terms of payment is optional. Where it is required entry, guys, I'll just do one thing. I think at a different place it is. I'll tell you guys what is the logic, but I think it is here. It is here. Somebody might have it. Look at here. So I'll explain this one also. Don't worry. So now, generally, what is happening? What we know account group level, right? At account group level, if I'm going to make a required entry, terms of payment, then what is happening? It is having impact on all company code. At all company. company code, right? You just go to XK01. So for Tata Steel, of course, it is going to be required entry itself, and even for Tata Motor also. So it's pretty simple. Quickly, I'll just show you guys. So here you need to give, and here look at here, it is required entry, and even for Tata Motor also same thing. Now company code wise, if you have to do any descriptions can be given. Let's suppose vendor found with the same address, it's okay. It's a warning message, guys. So account group level, guys, look at here. It is for required field for every company code, right? So now what we are going to do, company code wise, it is required, right? Tata Motor says that for us, it should not be. Tata Motor says that for me, terms of payment should be required entry. Tata Steel says that no, for me it should be optional. Right? Tata Steel says optional. Tata Motor says that it's a required entry. Likewise, even other fields also. I'm quoting one example. You can assume for multiple other fields also, right? Now, so we are having an option called field control at company code level for vendor master. OB24 is the transaction code. So here, Tata Motor I have already done, right? And again for Tata Steel also, TS33, and you will save it. So now what is happening, guys? For Tata Steel, just click on that button. So now we are having Tata Motor, Tata Steel. Double click on Tata Motor. Don't make any changes at account group level, guys. Now here terms of payment is going to be required in the Tata. And for Tata Steel, terms of payment is going to be optional only. We are not going to make any changes. Okay? Or else if you want to suppress or display anything would be. So keep it optional itself. There is no issues. Now go to XK0. So guys, for Tata Motor, it is going to be required. Okay, let's suppose some different name I'm supposed to give. Press enter, 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 and here you can click on account, press enter, and look at your terms of payment is required entry. If you don't enter anything, the system is not allowing us to proceed further. At the same time, if you go for XK01 for Tata Steel, then it is going to be optional only. So look at here, guys. Here, terms of payment is not a required entry. So even if you press enter, system is allowing us to proceed further. Okay, I'm not going to create a vendor. Why? Because vendor creation is not what to say uh, the matter of discussion, guys. Field control that we have to check, right? So now, generally, what is happening? If someone asks that, let's suppose I'm having a single account group, and where like we are having two company code, and there is a conflict between both company code. One is saying that what to say this terms of payment supposed to be a required entry, or any particular field is required entry, and another company code is saying that this is optional entry. So as a consultant, what is your suggestion? Is it possible? Because if I make this control at account group level, then that is going to be, so it means it is for that impact will be on every company code, right? So you can say that no, in case of vendor master, generally in case of vendor, we are having control at even company code level also. Company code level also we can control the fields. This option is there. Okay. So simply if you are able to remember the transaction code, it's okay. If not able to remember also transaction code, guys, no one is going to raise any question mark and all, right? So company code wise, of course we can make it. Okay. Now, this is the one thing. Second one is, let's suppose if there is a requirement, okay, that while creation of vendor, terms of payment field supposed to be requirement-free. Okay, but while modification, in the sense edit, it should be optional. Then what to do? Simply come back here and then restore the setting, in the sense make it optional here and save it. Now, so our requirement is, this is called transaction code wise. Here company code wise control is there in OB24. Transaction code wise OB23. Okay. So here what is happening, guys? In creation, let's suppose in creation required entry, and in edit, in the sense change, optional. Okay. So now you have to go to which transaction code, guys? Go to OB23. Look at here, guys. We are having options here. So create vendor. Okay. Enough. So create, change display. And display, like anyway, no one is going to raise any request for the display and all, right? Because display means all the fields will be in display mode on. So create and change, right? Create and change. This is for accounting, right? We are having two projects to go. FK01 and XK01. This is also I have already explained, guys, I think in the previous session. So XK01, FK01 means general data and company code data. And here general data, company code data, and purchase organization data. It means three different segments are appearing. This is called creation of vendor centrally. This vendor, these details are required in order to post PO invoices. What is this PO invoices, guys? There will be a separate session later. Integration topic is going to be covered there. You guys will come to know. And this is non-PO invoices. Non-PO invoices, this details are not required. Okay. Now, okay. And that, guys, I'll tell you, even field control, if you talk about this terms of payment, the terms of payment is appearing in company code data also, and it is going to appear in purchase organization data also. Okay. Same terms of payment can be in a single vendor at two different places. We can specify. Let's suppose TM30 we have specified in company code segment, and TM60 have specified in which what to say 60 days terms of payment I have specified under purchase organizations data. So what is happening, guys? Let's suppose there is a vendor. Okay. With that vendor, let's suppose sometime what is happening, guys? Sometime Tata Motor is going to procure the goods without raising any PO directly. Just assume that without raising any purchase order at all, they have simply placed the order through any other medium and all, and they got their goods and all, and on urgent basis, let's suppose, right? So in that case, what is happening? Vendor is saying that, let's suppose vendor said that whenever we are going to deliver the goods without any purchase order, In that case, we are expecting our payment in 30 days. And when the goods are going to be delivered against a purchase order with proper procedure, then you can make payment in 60 days, right? So for non-PO invoices, system is going to trigger this terms of payment. For PO invoices, system is going to trigger this terms of payment. But some of you, not some of you, most of you are still confused in the things which I said, right? Because you guys are not able to visualize whatever I am explaining right now. But the same thing you guys will be able to visualize later once I explain FICO integration topic. So don't put much stress on your brain. Leave it. We'll be back on our field control itself. It was we distracted from the topic, right? Generally, it is the relevant topic itself, but right now, since the integration topic is not covered, so that is why you guys will be a bit confused. So anyway, you leave it. Now, here I said that the control is, so for creation, at the time of creation of vendor master, a particular field, terms of field is a required entry, and when you change, edit, in that case, it should be optional. Simply here we are having this, right? So again, accounting, purchasing centrally. It means FK01 is for, this is called accounting, and this is centrally, and purchase, I think MK01 is the transaction code by which this data and this data will enter. Okay. So that is called purchasing. Okay. So generally what happened, guys, we maintain here centrally. Centrally means what? General data, company code data, purchase organizations data, everything is going to appear here itself, right? So let's suppose double click on create vendor centrally. I think it is gone. So we'll do one thing. I'll log in again. It's a pretty simple concept, guys. Now here, go to OB23. And here, create vendor, terms of payment itself, make it as a record entry. So guys, now look at here. It is not against any company code. It means whatever configurations I'm doing here, that is applicable on every company code. And here, OB23 itself, what changes? It should be optional. So here, it will be optional only, right? So this setting is applicable to every company code. Transaction code wise, I'll just create a vendor. XK01. So at the time of creation, guys, whether it is TS33 or TM33, it is for TS33. For every company code, what is happening, guys? For every company code, terms of payment will be required entry. You can check for Tata Motor also. It is going to be required entry on. whatever, no matter, even if you are going to, let's suppose, not only for Tata Motor and Tata Steel guys, even if you guys are also going to log in, and right now if you also create any vendor, so for you people also, the same thing is applicable. Transaction code wise guys, here this is not a company code, right? So transaction code wise means XK01 means what guys? For every company code, XK01 itself is a transaction code for vendor creation, right? Look at here for TM33 also. If you guys also create a vendor, for you also same setting is applicable. Okay, so this is how what is happening guys. Now, if anybody asks that, let's suppose now I'm having a vendor. The requirement is at the time of vendor creation, one specific field supposed to be a required entry. At the time of editing the vendor master, the same field supposed to be an optional entry. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. That is also possible. Right? Through OB23, we are going to make this. Right? The only difference is the first one is a company code level setting, and this one, second one, in the sense transaction code wise, this is a client level setting. Right? It means creation. Creation means XK01 or FK01, whatever it is, right? So for every company code, when you create a vendor, we are going to use XK01 itself, guys, right? So if XK01 level itself, if I made any field as a required entry, then every company codes are going to use the same transaction code. So that is why it is applicable to all company code. And so this is how we can say this is a client level setting. And the field control at company code level already explained, guys. Yes, it is possible at company code level also. And apart from this, the vendor mastered a pretty common field control that is called account group. So at account group level also it is there. So account group is a client level setting. Transaction code wise is a client level setting. And the next one is even we are having the field control at company code level also in vendor master, that also I have shown practically. So this is how the fields are getting control in vendor master, guys. Not only account group, even we have further other options also. I wanted to cover one topic in terms of payment, but again, that I'll start from next session onwards.